Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be a game between PartinG and SpeCial here on Romanticide, the latter edition from the Asus Row group stages. Haven't cast either of these plays for a while, and I'm interested to see what PartinG is up to these days. So, top left-hand corner, we have the blue Terran player. It is SpeCial. And in the bottom right, it is PartinG. He is the red Protoss player for our enjoyment today. See, look, I click on the Nexus. There is no ring around here. If you haven't seen my Brave New World cast from last week, I clicked on the Nexus and it showed the shield overcharge radius for the Nexus. And I've never seen that before, and I've never seen it since. That is so very weird. Alright, man, so a TVP for the TVP fans after the last couple of ZVTs I posted on the channel. We'll have a PVZ coming very soon for those of you who enjoy that matchup as well. Alright, man, so, oh, I thought for a second that was going to be a Forge. Nah, I don't think if it was a cannon rushing, he would take his gas. Anyway, just probe scouting here is PartinG. PartinG is a very cheesy, very excellent cheeser player. But I think we're going to go ahead and see a standard macro game here today. Cybernetics core, I'm getting used to the new 2020 interface that they introduced in the StarCraft 2 client. Hey, look, a Reaper. We haven't seen a Reaper in a while here. For some reason, Beyond does not like Reapers, especially playing against Zerg. I'm not entirely sure why that is. I have some theories, but... Anywho, this Reaper's name is, the Oracle's name is Shakuris. Shakuris was a planet that the Dark Templar... Oh, wait, that's an Oracle name list. One second, let me pull up the Reaper names. Here we go. The Reaper's name is Recursion. What once was a Reaper is now an Oracle. That's a pretty meta name there. Are you not moving out? Go! There you go. Well, I mean, since it's Oracle now, how should I read out the Oracle name since I already kind of did it? Maybe, let's just do it. Why not? This Reaper's Oracle's name is Shakuris. Shakuris was a planet that the Dark Templar left when they got kicked out of Ire. They shrunk the planet into an Oracle to do planetary destruction. Well, I guess a Reaper now. So this is a Reaper named Recursion that is actually Shakuris as an Oracle in the Reaper suit. Is this funny? A little bit of creative writing coming from my subs. Alright, so Reaper doesn't move out because honestly, why? You know, to be honest, all it does is scout. But when you're playing against PartinG, I feel like scouting is really nice. You don't know what he's going to do to you. You don't know if he has a proxy Stargate down here with Oracles ready to kick your butt. Good grief. Dep comes in. PartinG is playing as standard as he's ever going to play. Twilight Council coming in, probably for Blink would be my guess. Do some Blink Stalker Harass here. Natural Base coming up. Some Robotics Facility timing. Really nice there, too. And I think we're going to see another couple gas here sooner rather than later. Although maybe just the one. I don't think you need two if you're going to go for Blink Stalkers. But, yeah, Stalker Adept pressure here. Kind of annoying. Ooh. Picking off one of the Marines. Nicely done. Reaper actually participating. Nicely done. Reaper named Recursion that is actually Shakuris as an Oracle in the Reaper suit. Whoa, Dark Shrine. This has just got to be DTs, right? War Prism DTs. You don't really do Archon harass against Terran because they have too many things that are good against Archons. Marines destroy Archons. Cyclone's pretty good too. Siege Tank's really good against Archons. Archon is more of an anti-Zerg unit. So it's got to be War Prism DTs, man. So this is the thing. Terran has the ability to scan this very easily, but will Terran do it? Because it also costs them a mule, and they need those mules for income purposes. Because you see these spikes that we're starting to see now up into the blue? Those are mules. That's the time that Terran has to have an economic advantage over Protoss. Hey, look who got in. Hellion, yeah, a couple probes down, and this Reaper is a suicide Reaper, man. He is not intending to get out of here alive. Oh, I was going to say, is he going to turn around? No, he scouts the Dark Shrine. Boss Reaper. Most important Reaper of a long time on my channel, especially in a TVP. Dude gets 2 kills and scouts the Dark Shrine. That's amazing as the DTs warp in. So save some energy for... Oh, he's got a Raven. Oh, SpeCial? Okay, well, PartinG... PartinG doing PartinG things, not succeeding a lot. I don't know. Got a couple SCV kills up here. All right, 3 SCV kills is good. Maybe going to get a tank. No. Pick up and get out. Man, 8 SCVs is actually pretty good considering Special had a Raven already. Love the Viking to get rid of this guy. Oh, loses the War Prism with the Dark Arc, or the DTs inside. Brutal stuff. Hey, look who's going Banshee Cloak. I can make cloaked units too, says Special. This is great. Robotics Bay in production here from PartinG. Colossus production has begun. Charge on the way here too. Excelente. On board with this for sure. I like it. I like Colossus. This is largely a Marine composition. There's a Siege Tank, but further Siege Tank production is not happening. It's Banshees instead. Banshees are pretty good against Colossus, obviously. Dude, what the heck is this guy doing? Just scouting Marine. Look how long it takes a sentry to kill a Marine. It's so long. Damage is not good. What is killing the probes? Raven auto turret harass, of course. Of course it is. 4 kills on that Raven. Not doing too poorly for himself, but also very slow. See, this is the problem with Ravens. I see comments every once in a while. Why doesn't Terran make Raven all the time? It's because it's a slow unit. It can get chased down and murdered fairly easily. If those guys had Blink, that would be a dead Raven. Third base landing for Special. He is working on that tank production now. Again, just a godsend. A godsend against Colossus is having siege tanks. If you don't have those, you're probably going to have a bad time. Although Marauders, I don't know, Marauders and Vikings do fairly well here. Dude, Hyperflight Rotor? Hold your horses, man. We have Hyperflight Rotor on the way. That means we're making more than 2 Banshees. Yeah, 3rd Banshee gets started in that production tab. Oh boy, are we going Hyperflight Banshee Hit Squad in this game from Special? I kind of love it. I do. I feel like that's a great idea. Extended Thermal Lance on the way here from PartinG. Now, Viking get a kill? Nope. Something was blinking up here, though. I don't know. Something was under attack. Alright, so these probes are a lot of trouble. Fare thee well, probes. No. Kaplooey, everybody dies. 6 probes getting massacred. 7 probes getting massacred. And the answer here for PartinG is another Warp Prism. +1 attack. Some more probes to replace the ones that died. I don't think he knows that we're looking at a lot of Banshees here. 4th one's on the way. Hyperflight Rotor takes forever to finish. That's another reason we don't see it a lot. One is it's a unit we don't see a ton of because it's pretty squishy and its range isn't super good, so it does die to things that can hit it, and a lot of things can hit it. But man, if you have that speed and you're good at kiting, which Special definitely is, it can be pretty fantastic. So, alright, Marine says my job is to be posted out here and make sure I know if the Protoss army shows up and die. Die to laser swords of the Zealots in particular. It is an Archon though. 1 Archon morphing on in. Morphing, merging, summoning. Forget the verbiage on that particular unit, as a lot of units, but Hyperflight finishing up. This is incredible stuff. It really, look at these Banshees. How many Stalkers do you have? God, this is kind of amazing out of Special right now. Alright, man, Hyperflight Rotors is done. If you can get rid of these Stalkers, everything else is going to die to these Banshees. Okay, well, the Zealots doing their buffering thing there, and suddenly Interference Matrix is tossed down. Oh, on the Warp Prism and on the Colossus. Banshees, oh, picking off the sentries there. Very nicely done. Look how injured they are, though. That's never good. Look how, I mean, this whole group right here is just kind of a little squishy. A little squishy now. Oh, coming back in for round 2. PartinG wants to do this thing. Marines standing in and fighting, not really microing at all. Tanks firing on those Stalkers. Banshee's putting in a lot of work. 1 Banshee goes down, but both Archons die, and suddenly the Colossus are in a ton of trouble. 6 SCVs die in the aftermath here, or during the engagement. Okay, yes, you open more Stalkers, because you're like, alright, a lot was invested into Banshees. My anti-air is going to be very good here. Trying to get some turrets up. That's not working out particularly well. But, oh, Siege Tank's getting obliterated from this position, and suddenly Special pushing out. Oh, saved by the Warp Prism. Banshees can't shoot up for some reason. You'd think they'd be able to, like, stick their arms out the window and just shoot a gun at something for anti-air, but nope, not a possibility. It'd be interesting to give a Banshee like a small arms fire ability to where they do shoot a small gun. It'd be like Liberator anti-air, right? It wouldn't hit very hard. What Banshee's trying to do, they're so fast. The good news for the Banshees is, even if they don't want to engage, they don't have to stick around at all. Their running away ability is second to none. It really seems like they're so fast. I think they're faster. No, Mutas are faster than them, but they are faster than Overseers with speed. So if they're cloaked Banshees, you can run away from the detection the Mutas have, so the Mutas won't kill you, but in this case, just zippiest things in the sky for sure right now. I think they're even faster than Void Rays with Flux Veins, and Void Rays with Flux Veins are very fast. PartinG getting a 4th base up along this way too. Nicely done. Like the expansioneering here. Additional factories on the way. So he, as actually, I was going to say, that's a large tank count. Special meching here against PartinG. We are seeing this a little bit more and more in TVP, and I gotta say I like it. Anytime multiple strategies are viable in a particular matchup, I am a fan. I really am. Oh, single Phoenix. Single Phoenix counters these guys. That's what the cloak is for. That's why you have to be invisible. I guess I was wrong. Phoenix are probably faster than Banshees with Hyperflight Rotor. Another scan over here too. Special using scan very well. 4th base of his has landed. Disruptors in production. Magfield Accelerator coming in for those Cyclones. All right. This is Tank, Hellion, Hellbat, Cyclone, Raven, Banshee out of Special. What a weird composition this is. PartinG going for a 5th base. And so far, I gotta say this is pretty good. I think this game's pretty even. Special's up overall pretty significantly. A lot of that is army supply, plus his income is better too, thanks to mules. Suddenly PartinG doesn't have much. Like, all of a sudden, I'm looking at this army and I'm like, that's not a lot of stuff compared to 100 siege tanks that Special's rolling out with right now. PartinG recognizes he can't engage with it. He's going to Bukaton out of there, which means that PartinG is going to lose his 4th base. I mean, good Nova hit. Oh, fantastic. Oh my gosh. 2 pretty good Nova hits. I gotta say, that was not bad. And then trying to engage in here. Oh, the Banshees are here to defend. Tanks are there as well. Zealot's trying to join the party, but by golly, this base is done. Yeah, so there's no saving that base. Special's 4th under attack. Zealot's here to try to take down the planetary, but the Banshee's really good against Zealots. The repair is very good as well. Is he going to abandon it? Yeah, so the Zealots dying is a big deal, but the Stalker damage is pretty good nevertheless. A lot of SCVs are dying here for sure. Look at the repair. He's trying to save the planetary. He's got it up to 400 HP. Is there enough to save it? I don't know. Special firing on that high ground. You got Zealots warping into the main base thanks to that Warp Prism. 12 SCVs have died. This planetary surviving on the sheer ability of repair and nothing else. Shield batteries in production. Yeah, but the important thing to note here is that PartinG lost a base and Special did not lose a base. Both players losing a bunch of workers here. Nova's, nope, not quite able to get in range to take those tanks down with the Nova. I see you Warp Prisming over here, PartinG. Zealots coming in. Oh boy. Blue Flame Hellions, though, but you can clean that up fairly effectively. I'm not going to complain about Blue Flame Hellions here at all, and it's a very slow, patient siege up here with these siege tanks. It reminds me of Brood War. Robotics facility down. Oh, a bit of an Artosis pylon down there, too. Depowering 4 or 5 different units. Banshees are trying to take down the Colossus. They're kind of the biggest threat here, although there's not much going on here from PartinG. It's 190 to 121 supply. I think PartinG might just be dead, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking at it. He's coming from different angles here with the Colossus, but that tank fire really good. Oh, reinforcing tanks showing up. Zealots try to get on top of these guys, and Special wins game number 1 of our sneaky twofer. That's right, it is a sneaky twofer. Ha 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 ha. You didn't even see it coming, did you? Maybe not. Anyway, that was amazing. Dude, SpeCial, his macro was incredible. He managed to hang on to that 4th base, which is super, super fantastic. The Hyperflight Rotor Banshees actually did some work here today. How many of them died? According, 3 of them died, but 5 were still alive at the end of the game, which is nice. Resources lost, 21,000 for PartinG, 12,000 for SpeCial. Siege tanks, man, only 5 tanks died, and he had 16 at the end of the game. If you can get the tanks across the map, if you can get them to a point where they are sieging up a Protoss base, a Protoss has a very hard time dealing with that. The way Protoss handles it is they engage in the middle of the map, they drop storms, they get disruptor shots on the tanks. As they're moving around not in siege mode, they they harass, they come in from different angles. But once you're sieged up at your main, it is goodbye time at that point. It is not good. So, really interesting game for sure. The income staying on SpeCial side of the map was really nice. Obviously, that's a really, really nice income tab for a Terran versus a Protoss, and SpeCial takes down PartinG. It's 30 to 33 SCVs killed, pretty even across the board there, but 63 SCVs to 53 probes at the end of the game, and mules for SpeCial is explaining a lot there. All right, so let's move into game number 2 here. It's going to be, I don't know, on a map of some kind, but let's game 2, the special twofer. Sneaky twofer, rather, and we'll be right back. Game 2 of our sneaky twofer is here on Lightshade, the ladder edition. Bottom right, it is SpeCial. Gotta fix that real quick. And top left, we have PartinG. I8. So more PvT action for you guys. 2 games for the price of 1 today. That first game was pretty good. Hyperflight rotors. We don't see that very often, but I don't know. I feel like they do pretty well when we see them, especially if they're controlled by somebody as well as controlling them as SpeCial. SpeCial and PartinG both stream on Twitch, so if you want more of them, just go ahead and search out PartinG and SpeCial on Twitch, or just on Wikipedia. They'll have a link to their Twitch pages there. And just gateway first here from PartinG. Oh, a little bit of mind games here. But I think it's going to be wasted because PartinG is not probe scouting. Anyway, oh, hang on a second. 2 gas. 1 barracks. No expansion yet. This tells me we're looking at some shenanigans out of SpeCial. This is not just mind games. This is going to do something early. Try to kill PartinG. He's going to Cybercore first. Excuse me. Cybercore first. Rather than going for the gateway into the expansion here, indicates that he's being a little bit more cautious too. So I think that will help him a lot in whatever's being planned here. I mean, it's a Reaper first, but there's got to be something else going on. Is he going to proxy a factory? Where's this SCV? I see you. I see. He's checking for proxies of his own. That's what that SCV pathing is. He's like, I don't feel so good here. Getting a factory. Okay, 1 base in it. Still no expansion. Where's PartinG? Going for the second Nexus after the Cybercore is done. So he's going to be able to have some stuff to handle whatever is coming out here. Is this like an early Cyclone push? 2 workers on each gas. This reminds me of when Adept openings were very, very common, like multiple Adept openings from Protoss, and they get the 2 workers on each gas for the Adept, just because that's how the math worked out. But man, PartinG is playing just absolutely in the dark here. Is that a second? 2 Reapers? I don't know if I have a Reaper name for 2 Reapers. That's all, it's all over the place, but this Reaper's name is Bob. That's it. Did you expect something more? Answer is no, and Bob just absolutely gets obliterated there. Okay, bad times. Adept trying to get up the ramp. Sees they're not an expansion, although there is one coming up for SpeCial. This is weird, man. What is SpeCial doing? Okay, well, I mean, the Adept's going to try to kill that add-on, but good luck with that, friend Arama. Also, where's that second Reaper? Ah, second Reaper up here. This is Bob's brother. He's out for revenge, but he's going to die at basically the same place that Bob did. I don't know. What, 2 probes for 2 Reapers doesn't seem like a good trade. Hellion's in production. Starport there too, so he's just 1-1-1ing it with an expansion, but he doesn't have the units to really handle a Stalker at this point in the game, which is bad. Hellions are going to do a lot against this. SCVs have to come up to try to repair it, but that puts them in range of the Adept attacks and the Stalker attacks. And there's another Reaper. What was Special trying to do here? Dude, seriously though. What? Why didn't he make 3 Reapers in this game? Oh my gosh, 4 Reapers. Was he doing some crazy mass Reaper shenanigans against Protoss? Who does that? Who does that stuff? I don't understand it. Okay, it looks like he's probably going to hold it here. Because again, Hellions not good against Stalkers, but if you give him enough shots, they'll do great. So, why so many Reapers though? Into Cloak Banshee again. Income here is hugely favoring the Protoss. It's 36 to 26 workers right now. Resources lost 575 to 500, but a lot of those are dead SCVs. Right? I guess, okay, 2 dead SCVs. Not that bad. Alright, I'm overreacting a bit here. PartinG is not that far ahead here against Special. I don't, like what? Seriously though. I don't know. I don't know what Special was planning on doing there. Production tab, come back. We need you. We need to see that cloak on the way. And it's just a hard wall at this point. He's like, look, I can warp my stuff outside of the wall. We're going to call it good. It's going to be bad for the Immortals and the Archons later. But for now, we're fine. Alchemy in my Discord server, which, by the way, join the Discord server. There's probably a link in the description. If there's not, ask me for one, and I'll give you one. But Alchemy... Oh, hang on. Really bemoans the fact that there's no way for Protoss to wall off safely. All right, here we go. Pushing PartinG back here. I don't know. That's Hellions, man. This is just a lot of Stalkers, yo. Oh, bunker. No, bunker denied. Humongous play here from PartinG. Crikey, mate. This is a problem. For Special, all of a sudden, it's kind of falling apart for the Terran player. That said, oh, it's not even Blink Stalker Micro. It's Warp Prism Stalker Micro right now. Dude, another, you can get that Hellion. Not really target firing super duper well, and I guess the Marines are more of a problem than the Hellions are. There we go. Finally takes it down. He's got a 3rd base behind it. The Cyclone, a little bit of a concern, but not crazy. Look at how injured these Stalkers are, and then he just has another round of warp-ins. It's only 2. It's not like 8 gates worth of warping in, but Army supply is 25 to 25. Everybody's fairly well injured. Dude, this Cyclone cannot engage. He can't just give this up. Okay, Siege Tank on the high ground is nice. Cyclone also very nice. If PartinG had actually gotten Blink here, I'd feel better about it. Like, to the point that I feel like PartinG might just win. Look at him, he doesn't need Blink. Tank down. Cyclone down. Marines, the only thing standing between Special and death. This is the PartinG stuff that we came here for today, isn't it? This is PartinG, and that's it. PartinG wins game 2 of our sneaky 3-fer. Ha 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 ha. You thought this was a sneaky 2-fer. You fools. Okay, you're not fools. No, I tricked you. I effectively tricked you into thinking this was going to be a longer second game, but it wasn't. Yeah, that's what we came here for PartinG, right? We came here for PartinG stuff because we love seeing PartinG doing crazy micro with his Stalkers. That's what he's known for. Just too much aggression, man. PartinG was up. He was up enough to bring in Stalkers. Never even got Blink. That is kind of styling, yo. That is kind of a styling play to be like, I'm going to kill you with Stalkers. P.S. They won't even have Blink available. That's insane. Yeah. Got Warp Gate. That was it. Incredible. I don't know why Special made so many Reapers. I really don't know why he made 4. Whatever his plans were there, no, they did not work, I don't think. Lost 20 SCVs, largely during the defense of that natural base, and Warp Prism shenanigans were incredible. The micro was disgusting, and that was it. It's just too much income, too much stuff being produced for PartinG for Special to keep up. His Siege Tank got killed, and that was it. So game 2 is done. Let's move on to game number 3. Let's do that one, everybody. Woohoo! Game 3 of our best of 3. It's been a best of 3 the whole time. Muhahaha. On Pillars of Gold, we've got the bottom left Special, and the top right is PartinG. All right, guys, we've done some weird shenanigans. Hyperflight Rotor, Banshees, Blink Stalkers without Blink. I like it when these two get together. I need to do more Special versus PartinG stuff, I feel like. Hope you guys are having a good week here. I'm casting this on Saturday, December 5th, to be posted the next Wednesday. So, hello from the past. I hope things are good. I hope nothing weird happened between now and then, but I don't know. 2020 is an interesting year. We'll just say that. Probe moving out for the probe scout. We are actually probe scouting today. PartinG says, he's doing some weird stuff, man. Let's come out and see what's going on, shall we? And the answer is, again, a barracks in a weird spot. This is not intended to be closer to PartinG for the Reaper harass. This is just, I'm putting it here so when the probe shows up, it freaks out because there's not a barracks. And he spends all this time checking for proxies in places where he can die. Man, speaking of proxies, like, bit of a spoiler alert, but Rogue versus Bunny at GSL. Well, GSL Super Tournament. Bunny, man, Proxy Marine, Proxy Barracks, right? Proxy Marine Barracks with SCVs pulled. Rogue scouted none of it. He saw that none of it was coming until it showed up at his front door, and he held. Rogue is some kind of a monster, man. His ability to hold proxies is, I think, second to none in the world of StarCraft. It's bananas. So, spoiler alert, he beat Bunny in one of those games. I'm not telling you who won the whole best of 5, because that would be dumb. But, yeah, Rogue looking pretty fantastic in that particular situation. That's got to be incredibly disheartening, too, right? Like, all right, I successfully proxied against Rogue. He doesn't know what's happening. I'm here, and then eventually it just gets completely held and pushed back, and you lose the game. That's what am I supposed to do? Like, how am I supposed to beat Rogue if I can't even do this and win? So frustrating. So, Reaper name is Mr. Imposter. Having made his career killing fellow crewmates, roaming the halls, venting from room to room, and just causing general mayhem with his constant sabotage aboard the Skeld, Mr. Imposter finally decided to trade in his trademark colored spacesuit for the cold steel and armor of the Terran Dominion. Despite all of this, he still remains suspicious, or sus, as the kids say. Solid reference. Among Us seems to have some staying power, I think. Like Fall Guys was really big, but then kind of fell off. Haha, because get it, Fall Guys. But Among Us seems to be keeping on and on and on here. Like, I'm not a huge fan of it. It's not gameplay, right? It is lying simulator. How well can you fool the people you're playing with? That's it. That's all it is. So it's fine. Like, there's other games that I played in the past, Werewolf, Mafia, that are basically the same thing, but more of a party game than a computer video game, if that follows at all. It's just my personal take on the whole thing. So Stalker Zealot here. Kapow, kapow. 2 Reapers. Again, likes the multiple Reapers here. Ooh, early Widow Mine. Does end up getting killed there. That sucks. I mean, oh, SCV. No, delays the natural base. PartinG. Dude, the fast Widow Mines, maybe not as good as you would think. Oh, caught some KD8 charges there. That's not what you want to do with your Stalkers. Come on. He has an SCV down here, but he's really worried about bringing it down to actually do this. Meanwhile, PartinG's natural is doing just great. Thanks for asking. He's double pumping probes right now. He's kind of getting caught on in here. Trying to get a full surround on these guys, but no, he slips through. So sneaky. All right, well, SpeCial's alive. His natural base is done. It's taken some hits. The Widow Mines have been scouted, so PartinG knows that he needs to deal with Widow Mine drops here sooner rather than later. I mean, definitely sooner, because his medevac is coming across right now. Crikey. Gateway. Anything nuts here? No, just Widow Mine drops, man. SpeCial's going to try to win this game with the Widow Mine drop specialty. It's not his, but you know what I mean. So here we go. We ready for this? Kind of. Kind of, sort of. Yeah, all right. 2 probes go down to that Widow Mine. This Widow Mine gets a probe, and that's acceptable losses. That's what I like to refer to as acceptable losses. And you get to kill the Widow Mines, too. That's a big deal. It's another thing if the Widow Mines get 2 or 3 probe kills, but they get saved, right? And later they come back in. That's the worst. But if you kill them, it's really, really great for the Protoss. Another secondary Widow Mine drop. So this is interesting. PartinG probably feels like, hey, I cleaned up that first Widow Mine drop. Fantastic. Probably don't have to worry about that ever again. But guess what? Round 2 is here, and he's not really in position to do anything about it. He's got 1 Stalker at home. That Widow Mine kills a probe. This Widow Mine is still inside the thing, but PartinG on the other side of the world with Stalkers. Okay, so 3 probes go down. This is what you need to be worrying about, though. If you're special, army supply is even, but that's a lot of stalkers, man, and they have blink. Do you have a siege tank? It would appear the answer to that question is no. He's working on it, though. He's trying to make one. Dude, there's a kill the Viking. Because if that warp prison dies, you're done here, I think. You need this vision. So the micro pretty good on display here. Oh, tank priority. Viking, get the... Alright, well, if SCVs are coming into battle with you, you're probably doing okay. Oh, Medevac gets killed. What is killing probes on the other side? More Widowmine stuff. Sure! Widowmine stuff all over the place. Special holds it. He loses 8 SCVs, but he does force PartinG back at least temporarily here. 9 SCVs, I'm sorry. Observer has the high ground, so losing the warp prison doesn't mean you lose the high ground. It just means that you lose the ability to warp in stalkers at the front here. Instantly, Protoss. Like, I don't know. So, okay, well, you know what? Auto turret damage is pretty good, and it's going to push PartinG back again. I'm really loath to say that anything Protoss has is overpowered, because they have not won a premier tournament in some time. So, obviously they can't be too overpowered, or they'd be winning stuff. Sorry, Protoss. Like, you know it's bad when Falcon is commiserating with Protoss, honestly. Robotics Bay on the way, still no third base. The longer this goes, the better it is for Special. PartinG being on 2 bases, and just Blink Stalker is not great for him. Because in the long run, Special's going to be able to have enough Marines and Marauders to just destroy these. But no! Whoa! That feels like an abrupt GG from Special. What was that? Hold your horses. Let's take stock. It's 15 Marines, a tank, a Raven against 13 Stalkers. That was it, man. Army supply was 27 to 31. I mean, I guess in fairness, yeah, it was 50 to 35 on the worker count, and PartinG's income was better than Special's for sure. It feels premature. It really does. You've got... Okay, so the tank's defending up here, but then the Stalkers just wander around back down this way. And they get the bunker, which that was what really made Special GG out, was the bunker dying. He's just like, that's it, right there. GG. I don't want to play this game anymore. And bam, PartinG takes the 2-1 victory in our sneaky best of 3 today for your Wednesday. Huh. You come down the ramp with the Marines, maybe the siege tank comes along, you shove these dudes back, your natural base, you know, you've got some mules to recover. There's still no third base for PartinG. Maybe that was the problem. He didn't know there wasn't a third base and he assumed that there was. I wonder what the follow-up was going to be with Robotics Bay. Probably Colossus, considering how many Marines are out. All right, a bit of an unexpected ending, but overall, nicely done by PartinG. The Blink Stalker stuff. The actual Blink Stalkers in Game 3 come through and get the win. Not fake Blink Stalkers, actual Blink Stalkers. Special feeling frustrated, I'm sure of it. But cool. That right there is going to be it for me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.